Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Cyber Muneeb. In this video, I'll discuss some of the top tips that you should take into account while going for a PhD interview. I'll discuss some top 5 tips, and at the end of the video, I'll give you two suggestions as well that I would highly recommend every PhD prospective PhD student to you can say consider while going for a PhD interview. So the first tip that I would highly recommend every student is to prepare the research topic in the best way. For example, normally whenever you're going for a PhD interview, you previously make a research proposal. Normally students only make proposal on very random, or you can say some of the topics that they have never got hands on, like they have never researched on the topic. So try to prepare about the research topic as much as you can. For example, if you are going to work in the field of blockchain, or if you are going to work in the field of cybersecurity, do an adequate amount of research that what are the research problems, what are the things that you are going to tackle, what are your prospective solutions or the prospective outcomes of your research. So do an adequate and thorough amount of research on your research topic before going for a PhD interview. The second thing, or the second tip that I would recommend, is you should know your supervisor. Knowing your supervisor is one of the key, you can say, thing while going for a PhD interview. Normally students do a lot of efforts while preparing for their previous works, or you can say previous what they have put it in their CV. But it is important that you should know your supervisor, that what is his current research interest, or what are the journals he's publishing in, or what is the type of research he's carrying out. So know your supervisor in the best way. The third tip that I would recommend is you should know some of the top ranked journals and conferences of your field, and along with your research papers. And for example, this is a recent case that has happened. A student who was giving an interview for the PhD was asked that what are some of the top journals of your field, and he did not had a clue. So but he knew about the research shopping and all these things, but did not knew that what are the top journals, what are the top conferences. So before going into an interview for a PhD, make sure you know about all these things, that what are the top journals that publish your research, or that publish research related to your research topic, and what are the some of the top conferences. I have made separate video on this, like how to find a top journal, how to find top conferences. You can search these videos in my channel. And along with the journals and all these things, make sure you also demonstrate, or you can say give hint about your previous research. For example, like if you have carried out research previously, you have got some papers published, make sure you tell them, not in a way like you start bombarding your papers, but to tell them that I have also carried out a research previously, and I have published my this much of research papers in this specific journal, and then tell about the journal as well. This is one of the Q, you can say, what is the Q ranking of the journal, what is the impact factor of that journal. So try to demonstrate about all these things along with knowing about your top journals of your field. The fourth thing is, this is one of the significant thing I would say, that you should prepare yourself to answer how to and why to questions. So what are the how to questions? That these are some of the tricky questions that normally supervisor or the panelist ask to find about, you can say, the capability of a student. For example, the panelist or the supervisor can ask that how you are going to do research in this field, how you are going to manage, you can say, all the resources in your field, or like how you are going to manage the resources within this domain, or any other similar how to questions. Similarly, the why to questions are why you choose this university, why you choose me as your prospective research supervisor, or you can say why you choose this research topic, and why you want to work in this research topic, why you want to solve this problem. So make sure to prepare yourself about how to and why to questions. This is the fourth tip. The fifth tip is that I would recommend is you should be making some of the ready-made sentences before going to the interview. Ready-made sentences means that some greetings, that how you'll be going to greet your supervisor, how you'll be going to end the interview, how you'll be you can say some of the sentences that for example, if some supervisor gave you another direction, so instead of saying that okay, this is fine, you should be making a sentence that okay, that's a great idea, I'll look into it for in the future. So make these sentences, try to practice these sentences as much as you can. So these are the five tips that I would highly recommend every student to can say practice before going to the PhD interview. Along with these tips, I would recommend is that